Hello everyone, I decided to show some thoughts about my new MIDI controller. This is Graviton M2 from Luminite. This is a kinda new device and it's rapidly evolving, and maybe authors of this device will check this video and maybe they will fix something, because currently I'm trying to use it to control my pedalboard, and I faced some issues with it. Anyway, let me show you my current pedalboard. So this is, you can see something underneath my pedalboard. This is RGM. You can see here, let me show you, this is RGM Mini Gizmo X. This is my main loop switcher interface, as well as CME Bluetooth MIDI splitter. So currently my controller Luminite is connected wirelessly to the MIDI splitter here. Also under my pedalboard we can see some switchers to control amplifiers and different channels of rear-wheel drive, for example. You also can see this MIDI cable here, this one. This MIDI cable is I'm using it to control my Reaper, my digital audio workstation. You can use it as usual MIDI input, and for example I'm controlling these effects: delay, reverb and chorus on Reaper, in Reaper. This is VST plugins, so you can turn them on or off. But to be honest, the way to do it is quite strange in my opinion, because you cannot control everything with MIDI in Reaper. Some actions you can edit in them via actions menu, but usually to control almost everything you need to install additional plugins for it, and in my case it's Helgo Box rear learn function. So without Helgo Box it's impossible to control, for example, send or receive levels on different tracks, and this is a necessary thing if you want to, for example, to have trails, because if you just will mute track with delay effect, it will be just hard cut off without any trails. You also can see here on the back of this device a lot of different inputs and outputs. So I connected my Nux foot switch and my expression pedal to this controller. Via this expression pedal I wirelessly control my volume level. But as well you also may see the problem here. If you wanna use this device to control your pedal board, you usually want each block should represent the actual pedal, so it should have dedicated on and off state. It's kinda it should be achievable via these small LEDs, semi LEDs or something, like you can see, like if I enable, you can see here the delay has a blue LED or something. But actually these things not so effective, because if I will use up tempo, on different bank you can see that these LEDs became active, and I do not understand why it's happening, because I do not enable Univibe now or Octafuzz or anything else here. And if I will enter, so this LED is turned off, this is turned off, this is turned on. I cannot understand. And now delay is enabled, but the LED here is disabled. This thing is quite misleading and I don't know, is it possible to fix it, or they need to fix it as a bug. And here we also, as you can see, this foot switch is controlling my banks plus and minus. It works pretty well, and you can connect up to 4, as I can understand, different foot switches or expression pedal to this device. So my main complaints is about these LEDs, yes, and also about this layout, because here you can see 10 blocks but only 6 physical buttons, and in my opinion it will be great to have dedicated pedalboard mode in which we will see, or not only see, just see, I mean in which in this pedalboard mode we should be able to configure this layout manually. Like if you need 6 blocks, you should be able to add only 6. If you want more, you should be able to add more as well. You should be able to change the size of text on these buttons, because it will become quite it's hard to see it from the if you standing on a stage, especially because these blocks are quite small. And also it has, you can see, for example, different view, like this one. For example, this is example of how it can look in this pedalboard mode. But even here, if I will use these buttons, it will change the view again to the default mode, and again if I will enter this button, it will change the view again. This is I believe this is a bad example of user interface, and in my opinion in pedalboard view you need to see 6 blocks, and they should be huge, and you definitely should be able to change the text size, and this string in pedalboard mode is definitely not needed, because it just shows the last enabled preset. Like if I will enable reverb and delay, it will show just a delay here, and I don't know why. I don't need this information, but I quite like it. Because main goal for me was to be able to control my whole pedalboard wirelessly, because currently this loop switcher is, or not loop switcher, this MIDI controller is laid down on my desk, and I can control all the pedals and plugins just from this small box, and this is amazing. For example, I can enable any effect here, like review drive, need some reverb. Change also it has a lot of options to configure something, like different modes, like toggling mode, rotation, momentary, toggling off. Sometimes it's quite it's quite hard to understand some of these modes, because they in my opinion they created for some more sophisticated devices, like guitar processors, for example, like HX Stomp, or maybe usual Helix or Quad Cortex and so on. And this is this is not a processor, yes, this is a pedal board, and this is not a preset, this is a single effects. And I think they should rework this site and create this pedalboard view or pedalboard mode, because I believe in this case, if they will remake it, it will be really great option, and many of us who want to control pedal boards will be happy with this device, because currently it's just sometimes just unusable. Like for example, if I will use tap tempo again, on sometimes in different screens you can see that some buttons will be enabled. But maybe it happened only in preset mode. Let me check it, because this is a real-time preset mode. Let's check this. Okay, here we can see a lot of enabled effects, but actually this is a lie, because only reveal drive is currently enabled. This one is disabled, as well as this one, as well as this one, and so on, so on, so on. So this thing is crazy. Well, like this. I know, Univibe was enabled. So it's quite misleading, and right now we changed banks, and now I couldn't see delay, reverb and choruses. And now they just magically appear again, and here all the buttons is bright. I don't know. And I believe that this is a bug only in preset mode. Right now let me check again in foot switch view. Okay. Yeah, but in preset mode we have previous bug, and in this mode it's quite annoying. But if you're using, for example, this button, it's changed its view, and no, it's not ideal device in my opinion, but it's kinda cheap and very powerful because of its connectivity options. It has dedicated relay output as well as CV output.